Hello, everyone. This is your guy Sam Hutchins from the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. I am broadcasting live here from the Wimberley Center in Winder, Georgia, where they're having a community outreach. It's basically about the Wimberley Roots Center and the many facets that it has to offer for the community. And again, like I said, broadcasting live. This is the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. Hope my guy Reggie will come on and I can bring him on screen too, so we can have him. But anyway, again, like I said, this is being brought on by the Winder Housing Authority and all the attendants. I'm not attending, all the the attendants. Would you call them attendants? No, residents. That's what you would call it. That's the word I'm looking for. All the residents that are here at the Wimberley Center, and like I said, mainly it's being put on by the Wimberley Roots because they're the ones who really put this thing together, along with Miss Michelle Young, who we'll have on later, and she'll come on and explain more about this. But if you're in the Winder area, Winder Stadium, any of those places, come on out. It's a free event. It's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm going to read off some of the businesses that are here, and some of the proprietors. I didn't get all of the proprietors, but I did get some of them. And like I said, it's called Grilling and Chilling. They're actually cooking here. It really smells good. I'm backstage here trying to get away from some of the noise so I can get to the audio and all that good stuff. Zanran, there's an Asian cuisine. I don't think it's Asian cuisine. It's sort of like a juice that they said that is some kind of juice that they use. And of course, we got the Barry County DMs here registering people to vote. So if you're not registered to vote, this is a great opportunity if you're close by to come on out and vote. Come on out and get registered to vote. Or if you want to just check on your voting status, to see if you're eligible to vote, because that deadline is coming up pretty soon too. And this is not about you being registered. I know they are under the name, the Barry County DMs, but again, it doesn't matter if you're Democrat, Republican, or Independent. You need to get your status checked, or if you need to register to vote, they're not going to not register you if you say I'm a Republican, so you maybe don't want to register me. Nonsense. They just want people to be registered to vote so you can participate in this democratic process. And again, keep going back, we have the Veterans Resource Center. They're out here. Barry County has a lot of veterans. I myself am a veteran. Was in the Air Force from 81 to 87. So they got a lot of veteran resources because veterans do need help. A lot of people are just don't know what to do, don't know where to go, and sometimes it's not that they don't know. Sometimes it's about their pride. But anyway, they got a resource center out here for that too as well. So if you could just come on out, veterans, or if you know a veteran, or if you're a veteran yourself, you just come on out and just show your support and let them know that you appreciate them for thinking about you, because that's something that they didn't have to do. And I think the veterans are some of the most overlooked group of people in this country. Once you serve this country, especially if you come back wounded, and the post-traumatic stress syndrome, that stuff is real. People, absolutely, because I had a brother who served in both wars, the Gulf War and Desert Storm. So that stuff is real, and I know that personally. And we have Misty Flower Reese. They're out here too as well. So if you could come on out. And we got Caitlin, who's from Wimberley Roots, who's probably at the epicenter of all of this, the Wimberley Roots Center. And it's about gardening and things of that nature. She was telling me about some stuff that was coming on. And like I said, just come on out and see what's going and see what she has to offer. She's a really nice girl. And we had Candle, Lady Homestead gatherings. We have MedLink, Marissa, shout out to them, the Winder location, local offices, but they serve many more areas other than Winder. And we have another outreach center that is coming. But coming on now is I'm going to talk with the Barry County DMs, who are putting this on. Welcome. I just missed that in the chat. I'm sorry I had to come back. I didn't hit to be here. But if we got them coming on, and I want to let them introduce themselves. So if you could, may have a little feedback in the mic right here, so I can get you guys on here. Alrighty, go ahead with the introduction. Again, I am Sam Hutchins from the It's a Wrap with Reggie and Sam podcast. We are the podcast of the people, and we're going to be interviewing a lot of vendors that are here at the Wimberley Roots Center. And coming up first is going to be Miss
Shelby Diamond Alexander.
Shelby Dobbs Alexander from you're the president of the Barrow
I'm the
County deal.
chair of the Barrow County Democratic Committee.
And who do we have here to your side? She's
And
off
I
camera,
am
but
Peggy Perkins, and I'm the vice chair of the Barrow County Democratic Committee.
okay. I'm gonna let you guys kind of take it. I want to throw you some softball questions, mainly because I don't know any better either. So I'm going to be educated too here as well. What I was explaining to some people earlier on my live audience. I got like 6 people watching right now, but don't want to scare you guys. But we got like 8,500 subscribers, so we're talking to at least 8,000 people right now,
Okay.
or potentially. So, what I was trying to explain to them, and correct me if I'm wrong, so you can correct me here on air. It doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. You guys will register anybody that wants to register to vote. Is that was I correct in saying that?
Yes, you are absolutely correct. You can register anybody to vote. We have registration forms. We have absentee ballots that are available. We have all kinds of information available, especially with registration dates. We have voting dates. We have information on deadlines of when you have to register or when you can register. We have early voting information. What else do we have?
We have information of what is going to be questions that's going to be on the Barrow County ballot that people are not aware of that need to be aware of. We also, if they come in, we can go online and check to make sure they are registered to vote, and they can check to make sure their information is correct. And we have found a couple of people this morning that their polling location was not what they thought, and one had a different address on their registration than what they thought. So it's good to check all that information out.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, especially with I guess the atmosphere that's being created about voter fraud,
Exactly.
and people are looking for reasons to. And I don't want to say this because I don't. I'm trying to remain neutral on this thing, but the importance of having all your ducks in a row, so to speak.
Right.
And I think a lot of people, some people will look at it as, well, why can't you get your ducks in a row? Well, though your ducks are not my ducks.
Right.
Maybe it may be difficult for me to get my ducks in a row, but that does not no less makes me a citizen. And so, some people, well, why can't you get the voter ID and all? If you got, it's more than one way to say that you are who you are. But to say that this is the only way to say that you are who you are,
Exactly.
I think,
Yes.
because it's like I always say on my podcast, and when I talk with people, I always tell them, I'll be like, we are all the sum total of our life's experience.
Exactly.
How we went through what we went through, it determined the persons that we are and the decisions that we make.
Right.
So what's right for you is right for you. It's not necessarily the way I do it,
Right.
which doesn't, because I don't do it the way you do it, doesn't mean I'm doing it wrong.
Well, that's one of the main things that the Barrow County Democratic Committee is doing. We are here to provide information. Okay, we're not here to tell anybody how to vote. We're here to make sure that the registration is valid. If you don't have a registration, then we can register you online. We are here to support our constituents in the county.
Right.
Okay, or in any county for that matter, because we do work across county lines.
Okay.
We can help across. We support each county, and that's one of our main things. So just because we may be Democrat, it doesn't mean that we can't help Republicans get registered also and give them the information.
And that's the thing, and that's the thing that the talking points that I would tell people. They make decisions without being informed.
Right.
You turn on your CNN and your Fox News, and you look at those talking points, and that'll be gospel for you. But then when you look a little bit further, you find out, well, they distorted the truth on both sides.
Exactly.
But and my whole thing is when I talk to people, like I said, I'm not trying to get you to vote for the person that I'm voting for. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is think for yourself.
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. Think for yourself, and if it still makes sense for you after you thought for yourself, then I'm not mad at you.
Yes.
But the atmosphere, the environment that's being created is, and it's you personally attacking people you don't know.
Exactly.
that blows my mind. And you call yourself a Christian out of that same mouth. That I really don't get that. And you were saying about what's on the ballot for the Barrow County area
Yes.
that they need to know about. Tell us some of a couple of things that they need to know about, because a lot of times people don't understand about House bills, resolutions, and what's on the ballot and the SPLOS and all that other stuff. They
Right.
don't understand that kind of stuff, because so they don't even vote for it. You see what I'm saying? And like I tell people, not voting for it is voting no. It's the only way you can look at it.
Exactly. You're
No.
giving away your vote if you don't.
Yeah, absolutely. So could you speak to something like that?
Well, for Barrow County, there are going to be 3 questions about homestead exceptions, and it's primarily concerning elderly citizens.
Wow.
It's
Okay.
whether they can declare a homestead exemption for perhaps school taxes. So there's going to be 3 questions on the ballot about that.
Uh huh.
And so they need to be aware of it, because what we have been told is that all 3 questions have to be answered yes, or nothing passes. So,
Now, Miss, if I don't want to, that's great, but why is that? If you so you can agree with 2 of the 3 questions, and it still won't, and it still means no.
well, they need to come out to our September 9th meeting.
And where's that being held?
Center, here at the Wimberley Center.
In the conference room.
Okay.
State Representative Hope Persinger is going to be addressing that.
Okay.
Or be there where we can ask him questions. Why are there 3 questions that are basically talking about the same thing?
Yeah, that's to me that's
Yeah, I don't have an answer
And why-
as to
and-
why it's that way.
okay. Because okay, so we're all in agreement, and that is crazy that one yes and 2 no's, or 2 yeses can turn into it's 1 no.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
Which
they
makes
all
no
3
sense.
have different ages and income levels on each one. So
So it's all or nothing.
It's all or nothing.
yeah, so that's why
And
we're
that make-
letting him come out. Because here again, like Shelby's talking about,
Yeah.
we Democrats are about is informing voters, no matter which side you're on.
Yeah.
We want you to be informed so that you make the best.
They wouldn't spread misinformation, because that was one of the things that I always tell people. You can still, if you're a registered voter, you can still vote. Just because you didn't vote in general, you can still vote in the primary.
Exactly.
But a lot of people think they can't. So I'm glad you're saying that to my audience, because we absolutely cannot. And again, it's the misinformation that people don't know, and I don't know who told them that, because these were people that were older than I am, and they thought that for years.
Right, right. And that's the issue, because
Yeah.
things are being updated all the time. And
Yeah.
we need to keep up with the information, and that's what we're here to do. We're here to help inform everyone and answer their questions if we can. And if we don't know, we're going to say, we don't know, but we're going to find the answer for you.
You and I are alike, because I'm that same way. Because I tell you, quick story. My daughter used to always tell her elementary teachers that my daddy knows everything, which was far from the truth. But I'm one of those people. If I don't know, I don't have a problem telling you. Look, I don't know. I have to get back with you on that one. I don't know, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
But I think. Anyway, well, what's going on now is that, like I said, the thing that bothers me most about this election cycle, so to speak, is the division, and people trying to blame each other for the division. And again, the personal attack. I see friends losing friendships and all of that stuff. But again, and you hold on to your faith, which is what I do, and because. And I tell people, I don't know why they would post that. Don't read it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I mean, you don't have to comment on it. Just let it go, because I see a lot of stuff from friends of mine. But we are friends, and I call myself a true friend. And our political views are not going to separate them. That's how you feel. That's how you feel.
Exactly.
And you let that. But when I do see stuff like one of the things I saw on Facebook, they had a picture of Vice President Kamala Harris, and they had a dog next to her. It said the dog looks better. What?
Why?
Why?
Exactly.
Why would you? You don't know that lady.
Exactly.
And everything that you're saying about her, somebody told you. You don't know that.
Or just made up.
But in a lot of cases, like the AI generated fiasco that they said.
Yeah, that's crazy. We were there. I was there. So
And my whole thing was, I had people that friends of mine, and I still consider them friends, even though they done that. They ran to Facebook with it, and they said, Now what do y'all got to say? This was AI generated, yada yada yada. And I don't understand how you didn't fact check, you didn't do anything. You just said, yeah. See what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when it came out, nobody come back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I was wrong."
Exactly. Right.
You
Because
just took it down.
it was thrown out there. It was just thrown out there, and then people just took it and ran with it
Yeah.
without, like you said, fact checking. Now, for
I mean, it was live stream for Christ's sake.
exactly,
That's what I didn't
exactly.
get.
And like I was at the event here in Atlanta when Vice President Kamala came
Yeah.
to visit, for her rally, and it was full to the rafters.
Yeah.
There were people standing outside, and of course they're saying, "Oh, it was AI generated. There wasn't anyone standing outside, but there was. The place was full to the rafters.
Yeah.
I was there. I know.
Yeah.
You know.
And again, that's just. And like I said, we call us our little moniker is we are the podcast of the people, and I don't want somebody to think that we are here that would bashing Republicans. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you have a conversation with a person and not identify what, you'll find that you all pretty much want the same thing.
Exactly.
It's just that who do you believe can give it to you?
Exactly.
And my thoughts on this, anything because I'm kind of like a political nerd,
Yeah.
and I follow a lot of stuff. And here's kind of what my rule when I'm reading things. If it doesn't hit my common sense, one, something ain't right. So we all have that little voice inside going,
Yeah.
that don't make no sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No matter who
Exactly.
is
Yeah.
being said of the other is, that if it doesn't make sense to you, then it's probably not true.
And the fact, and it's something I always tell people, I don't understand that. No, many times because you don't understand it, because it doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
And if it doesn't make
Exactly.
sense, it's not meant to be understood. So you're not going to understand it.
And I think we all are, because it's like Kamala Harris said in her acceptance speech. If somebody's house is burning, you're not thinking about which side of the aisle they're on. You're just wanting to get in there and save them, and help them.
Exactly.
And even the cat. Even the cat.
And in some cases, especially the cat.
That's all that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. And we all still feel that way. I mean, I've got some people that, they are very alt-right. Okay?
Yeah.
But I know I pick up the phone. I can call and say, I need your help. And they'd be there in a hot minute.
Exactly.
And isn't that what at the democracy at its core? Isn't that what it's about?
That's what it's all about.
Because I had this because democracy was designed with people, human beings in mind. I'm sorry, the what's best for all people,
All people, and that's
and
that's one of the big
then that's
keys.
and that what people seem to think that it's just made for certain groups of people.
Right.
And then okay, this is the way it's supposed to be. So what if you don't like it? I had a conversation with a guy at my job, and I was told, and I was the nature of the conversation was pretty much along these lines, and I was like, because people aren't willing to sacrifice for the next person. I said that's what's at the basis. That's what's at the basis of what's wrong. And I said because democracy is about caring about people. I said, for instance, if this group has got 80 and they're happy because that's what they need, they want that 80. But then you ask them, would you take 65 if more people could feel the way you feel? Most of the time they're gonna say no. I need my 80.